breaking news that's coming in right now. We've got the first images of the butcher involved in the terror attack in Pahalgam. You see that picture on your screens right now. This is the picture of Asif Fauji, the terrorist who's involved in the terror strike in Pahalgam. The first picture that's out. This is the monster. Viewers, take a good hard look at him. This is the man who is involved in the attack, who's killed dozens of innocent people in Pahalgam yesterday, who went on a rampage armed to the teeth, wearing helmet-mounted cameras and shooting indiscriminately at tourists. This man you see on your screens is Asif Fauji. His picture on India Today right now, and this is the monster who targeted innocent people. I want to bring in Ashraf Wani for more details. Ashraf, first images on our screens of the terrorist, of the butcher involved in the Pahalgam attack. Any details that we have about this man? Who is he? We understand his name is Asif Fauji.
Absolutely, Akshita. Asif Fauji is for last 1 year, not even more than 1 year, in the Jammu and Kashmir. He is moving from one mountain to another mountain. He was spotted earlier in the Rajouri in some of the terror attacks on the security forces, and it is believed that he, with his 3 associates, has now managed to cross from Rajouri to the Kashmir Valley and has reached Pahalgam. He is the main mastermind of this terror attack, what the intelligence agencies as well as the security agencies believe. And also there are a lot of clues with the security agencies so far, because since yesterday, after this terrorist attack was carried out by the terrorists, the security agencies are on tours to get all kind of clues what can help them to neutralize this terrorist group before they carry out any other terror strike. And also the top focus of the Home Minister here in the Srinagar was that we want to neutralize or to capture this group as soon as possible, and probably that is why Home Minister himself went to the spot where this terrorist attack took place, and he assessed and all the elements of this terror attack from the security forces and the officials and officers of the security agencies in Pahalgam himself. But also there was a kind of a message which the Home Minister wanted to give to the rest of country, particularly to the tourists who are currently in the Kashmir and also who are expected to visit Kashmir in coming days, that Kashmir is not in the control of terrorists, it is in the control of security agencies. That is why when this operation against those terrorists is underway, the Home Minister himself visited the spot where this operation against that group is currently going on. About the Akshita, about this operation, it is very minutely being not only monitored but also being taken away step by step. How first of all those entry and exit points could be sealed from where these terrorists could flee, what they have done earlier in other terror attacks, because here is the edge with the security agencies. They have not LOC nearby, so terrorists could not manage to flee back to the Pakistan or Pakistani occupied Kashmir. They will remain in the periphery of that area. There might be any hideout where these terrorists have managed to stay for some time, and also carrying out the recce of this whole area, after which they carried out this terrorist attack. And also
the information also that they conducted a recce. Ashraf, just one more update that I needed from you on Asif himself. Was he involved? Is he involved in previous terror strikes? Is that why he's wanted by agencies, Ashraf?
Yes, absolutely. What I was telling you, because he was spotted earlier in the Rajouri. He carried out one of the terror strikes on the army convoy, in which 3 soldiers got killed. Then one of the picture was also got captured on one of the CCTVs in Rajouri itself. That was a kind of intelligence input with the security force, and probably they have got some clues which match with the Asif Fauji. And about him, it is being told that he is the retired soldier. In fact, he has served in the Pak Army, and then he is leading the TRF operations from the terror groups in Jammu and Kashmir, and also it is being told about him that he has many times managed to infiltrate and then exfiltrate from the Kashmir, particularly in the Rajouri and Poonch sections. And it is very worrying if he has reached to the Pahalgam. To neutralize him will be the top priority of the security agencies here in the Kashmir Valley.
Very, very true. Ashraf getting us those details. More pictures that we have right now. And Ashraf, we're just putting out a picture of 4 terrorists right now. All of them posing with their weapons. And on the extreme right of this picture is Asif Fauji. The other 3, Ashraf, do we have details of? Are they involved too in this terror attack?
So far, Akshita, what kind of inputs we are getting, but it could not be confirmed. It is the source based that probably 5 to 6 terrorists are involved in this terror attack. What some of the sources say that 2 of them are the locals who have helped, guided those foreign terrorists, including Asif Fauji, to carry out this terror attack. And also there could have been any kind of flow of information with these terrorists that this is the spot, this is the area where there is not any presence of security forces. They can carry out this terror attack and manage to flee from that, and what they did yesterday. So a lot of things are being talked out that how these terrorists managed to reach here without getting any clue to the intelligence agencies, because intelligence agencies like RA and IB are only tracking the movements of these terror groups from where they infiltrate, where they go, and that is being gathered with the artificial intelligence as well as with the human surveillance. And this is the thing what the security forces are chalking out currently. And also what I said to you, that what are the directions from the top brass of the country, including Prime Minister and the Home Minister himself, that they want the justice, the revenge of the killings of innocent civilians in Pahalgam. If the group is involved, they should not be allowed to flee or escape from the area as soon as possible. Now this is the task which has been given to the all security agencies, that either they have to neutralize this terror group or they have to capture them. So a massive operation when we are talking on is going on in the periphery of that particular Bastan Valley where this terror attack took place. There are special commandos, paratroopers from the Indian Army who had been inducted in this operation. The surveillance equipment is being taken in the consideration, like the UAVs and including the helicopters. And in fact, you can see the movements of the security forces here. It has been intensified all across the Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in the Kashmir Valley, since this terrorist attack took place. And also there is some substance for it. As long this group is at large, there is threat, or there we can say there is danger of any other terrorist strike in the Kashmir Valley. So to avoid that kind of a terrorist strike, the security forces and the intelligence agencies have either to capture this group or to neutralize them or to get the links where they are from where they come. That is why probably in the evening, the security meeting which is being chaired by the Prime Minister himself, these all things and all options will be discussed, including what kind of the options the government of India could take, because this terror plot has been generated from the Pakistan. It has been helped and
there's mounting evidence of that. There's mounting evidence of how Pakistan had a direct role in this particular terror attack. And you're right, Ashraf, in pointing out that at 6 p.m. when that cabinet meet happens, the focus will be on that meeting for this exact reason. Because one, the terrorists involved in the Pahalgam terror strike are still out there. So there is an imminent security threat even now in the valley, because we don't know exactly how far they managed to get away from the terror site. There are tourists who are leaving in hordes from the valley right now. But how can you really sanitize the entire area when you don't know which pocket they're in? That is a challenge. Secondly, of course, with regards to response, retaliation, all of that also will come up in that cabinet meeting at 6 p.m. But these are terrorists, Ashraf, who know the layout, who know the lay of the land in and out. Reportedly, they managed to conduct a recce. They checked with hotels in Pahalgam. They chose the particular area because of how inaccessible it is. And they also chose that area because of how easy it is for them to get away.
Yes, absolutely, Akshita. And we have seen the modus operandi, what is being changing since the inception of terrorism in the Jammu and Kashmir in 90s. After the abrogation of Article 370 on 5th August 2019, the terrorists have completely changed their strategy for the terror attacks. Number one, they have changed their names. They are the terrorists from the Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Taiba and other jihadi organizations. They have named themselves as the TRF, the Resistance Front, and Kashmir Tigers. Those are the names to avoid any kind of sanction from the international community and from the other agencies. And also they are not living in the habitats what earlier they used to do to reach any town in South Kashmir or in North Kashmir, then stay in the local homes and then carry out the terror attacks. They are now living and residing in the far-flung hilly areas, in the natural caves, in the hideouts which are very off-reach, where the security forces could not reach easily. They have to go either by foot to those hideouts or they have to use choppers to reach there. And also they are taking the advantage of topography of these areas, like the mountain tops, like what they did yesterday in the Pahalgam. So these are the modus operandis and the tactics which had been changed by the terror groups which are operating in the Jammu and Kashmir since last 5 years. And also one of the important thing, they did not believe in our locals because they know how the information goes to the security agencies, particularly to the Jammu and Kashmir police, through the people who are being pushed or inducted between them. So they are avoiding also the local communication. They are not using the mobile phones, which could be the source of tracking them. They are using the satellite phones and the Chinese-made phones whose signals and whose GPS could not be tracked. So these are some of the changes which these groups have done during the last few years in the Kashmir Valley, and that is why it is becoming very tough and challenging for the security forces to track the movements and the infiltrations and the activities of these groups, terror groups in the Kashmir Valley.
It's very, very challenging for the agencies. No small task to find these terrorists whose picture you see on your screen. So the extreme right is in fact one of the terrorists who is involved in this attack, who also in fact was a retired Pakistan army soldier wanted in another attack, in the Rajouri terror attack as well. And right now the hunt continues for these terrorists. Some dressed in fatigues, in military fatigues, the others not dressed in fatigues, in those kurtas, and then they've managed to go into hiding.